Hello, my name is John Rose, and in this video I'd like to take a closer look at seeds and eggs. Do seeds want us to eat them? And is it ethical to eat eggs? Interestingly, seeds are like eggs in that many are produced knowing that most of them are going to be eaten. So there's a balance in nature. When fish lay their eggs, they don't just lay a couple, they lay millions of them, knowing that most of those are going to be food for other fish. Likewise with nut trees and even with fruit, the seeds that are in fruit, so many are produced, they know that only a few are going to grow. Not all of them are supposed to grow. The others are supposed to serve as food. So obviously, nuts and seeds play a role in human nutrition. We don't need much, but they're great for emergencies. They're great to store. And again, if you just think about it, look at an acorn tree. My God, on my property, we have like over 100 live oak trees. Acorns all over the place. There's no way all those acorns could become oak trees. Most of them are eaten by the squirrels. There's so many left over, it's not even funny. So nature produces as many eggs and seeds as is needed based upon the other animals that are consuming those. Now, is it ethical to consume an egg? Do we need to consume an egg? There's a time and a place where we might need to if we aren't able to satisfy both of our groups of needs, if we're damaged somehow, if our liver's not making any cholesterol or taurine or DHA or B12, if there's other things our body's not making, we can get in something as simple as an egg yolk. Now, is it ethical to steal that animal's egg? Well, I guess maybe it depends on how many of those eggs are expected to turn into chicks or whatever it's going to be, whatever egg you're going to go after. If the animal laying the eggs is producing a zillion times more than is needed, then obviously those eggs are to be used for food by those who are biologically adapted to it. So that's the key. Are we biologically adapted to eat those foods? Or we're going to have to turn to something like that because we become dependent upon it. You know, a lot of us are eating the wrong food, and when we eat the wrong food, it has level 2 nutrients in it. We might not get everything we need by not eating those anymore. That's why we might still need to eat some sort of product that has those. Now, I don't like to go that direction personally. I don't mind taking supplements. I don't see any problem with taking a B12 supplement. It's the only supplement I take. But remember, don't be anal about this. T.C. Fry died of a B12 deficiency because he refused to accept that he couldn't get everything he needed from his food. And that's just not how it is anymore. We don't live in an ideal world anymore. We have another group of needs right now. And sometimes, on a temporary basis, we can use something like an egg, if it's done ethically, to provide us with those nutrients. If you don't have access to the supplements, it's one way to go. I'm not here to pass judgment on anybody. I know a lot of people have real strong beliefs about using animals, and I'm one of them. I don't want to use an animal for anything. But if they have a surplus of eggs and for some reason I'm not making cholesterol, or I'm having trouble getting vitamin D, or whatever I need, that egg can provide me with nutrients that I might not be able to get if I'm in the wrong locale or if something happens to me. So we have to be open-minded about all this, my friends. We have to realize that we don't live in an ideal world anymore. It's not as easy as it used to be to figure out what to do. If we're damaged, if the environment's damaged, we got to figure out how to modify our ideal diet to make sure that we don't have any of those type of problems. And of course, in the end, if you just start off by taking a solid food vacation, that's going to clean up your body. So a lot of our deficiencies are due to toxicities. Now, some people will claim, well, if you just clean your body, you'll get all the B12 you can. Well, that's just not true. I wish it was, but it's just not true. We live in a sterile environment right now. Our appendix has shrunk. It's not the same size as it used to be. And according to Brian Clement, this is where we're supposed to get or manufacture our B12. And he claimed to have researched this topic heavily and looked at all these anatomy books over the last couple hundred years and noticed that the size of the appendix has consistently got smaller and smaller thanks to the Industrial Revolution. that has shrunken that organ. So again, we got to be careful about not being too anal about this. We got to be open-minded, and if we can finally do that, my friends, life gets a lot easier, and when life gets easier, we're all in for a treat.